Toronto, Brampton, and Bolton regions. We started our discussion by focusing on the rapidly developing region at the speed and the increasing numbers of immigrants in that region. So basically, the challenge to us is to ensure that we position ourselves to effectively meet the settlement needs that will come from this group. This calls for greater collaboration among not only community agencies, but we felt that it was very much needed that we collaborate as well with municipal government, local government bodies, and so on to get them a part of whatever work that we do regarding the new immigrants that we serve. We felt that we need to look at it from a broader perspective or an urban planning perspective, and that is in looking at housing, accessibility to transportation, schools, hospital services, etc. These are all needs, as we know, for all immigrants, and we felt here that in doing so, we'll also be looking at it from a holistic point of view, the clients that we serve. When a client comes into our organization, it's also a linkage or a context in which that person comes from a family, with children, with wife, and so on. So we have to look at all of those needs. We identify also the needs for our workers to have capacity building, we saw as a key issue. This is not only with respect to raising the levels of the services that we provide, but it's also with respect to improving on cultural competencies of our workers. This is to manage the increasing diversity of the new immigrants that we will have in coming years. We felt that it was, I tried to keep my own writing here. We felt that new agencies might need more help in terms of developing their competencies. Experienced agencies can give some support there, or CASI can give more support there as well. The issue of core funding was raised, and we had some discussion around what really do we mean by core funding. And it was raised in the fact that it was also said that maybe some monies can go towards core funding in terms of developing extraordinary circumstances in an agency trying to develop maybe more expertise in their boards, for instance. And you could answer that later on. Are there any more questions regarding that? The figures. Okay, there's also the need for greater standardization in levels of competency among workers. We felt that there was some disparity in the service that we provide from agency to agency. So we felt also that CASI could play a role through PET project and so on in trying to increase the competencies of all of the agencies that are part of the CASI body. There was a comment that was made that in keeping services relevant and timely in their delivery, it was noted that CIC must also play a part in expediting payments for implementation of programs once they have been approved. It was noted that there was a large gap between an approval and when the monies were forthcoming to actually expedite or implement those projects that were agreed upon, and perhaps that's what CASI can do in expediting payments for agencies that have been funded and approved of their proposals. We also spoke of the operational need for agencies in the region to meet more regularly to discuss issues in the spirit of trust and honesty. For those of you who know our region, this is a very important recommendation here, that agencies meet more regularly. The sentiment is also a requirement in our relationship and negotiation with funders. We felt that in that relationship there should be a greater emphasis on seeing that relationship as an equitable relationship in terms of the negotiation process that is taking place. We felt that our CASI could help in fostering these types of relationships by encouraging more consultations with CIC and funding bodies along with our agencies in the region. And after we felt that in going forward, we would encourage our regional funders and CIC funders and so on to be part of that process, and we invite them to meetings and some consultations with our agencies. We spoke about some of the success stories in our region, and we spoke about Peel Newcomer Strategy, which is a Region of Peel United Way initiative. We felt that some good work is being done. They've been meeting for over a year now, and that involves a broad collaboration with other stakeholders, including, of course, as I mentioned, United Way. And there's another project that was mentioned called the Livable Peel Project. And this This is, from what was said, it's an initiative to look at the region over 50 years time and to assess what could be the needs, how the region will look in 50 years from now. There was also another group that we looked at as perhaps presenting a viable model for cooperation and collaboration among our agencies. That was called the Strategic Planning Group. And they comprise ISAP-funded agencies. And we felt that that would be a good platform for our new regional director to be part of, that you can get some good, important information from that. And we hope that that group can be more inclusive and can encourage participation of all agencies in the region. And hopefully from that group can come some greater movement and success stories in the region in terms of the work that we do for our clients. Basically, that is what, in terms of OCASI, one second. The regional members are appreciative of the role OCASI plays in the PEP project and look forward to expanded funding in this project to include more services and more developmental, or more work on human development and human resources development in the region. We recognize OCASI's leadership role as well in the advocacy and policy development roles it plays on behalf of our sector as a whole. We feel that OCASI is well positioned to mediate on our behalf with the government and have the respect of all of the agencies, and we also look at the staff that they have, and we feel that they have the expertise and know-how to carry through in these functions. So basically that's what we have from our sector. Is there any questions anybody want to ask?
Thank you very much.